Around the world, access to clean air, water, and soil is the foundation of a functioning society. As natural resources became central to the early American economy, however, clear patterns of environmental inequality began to emerge.
After the Civil War, newly freed Black families hoped to build a future on their own land. But with few resources, many built lives on whatever parcels were left. Low-lying land subject to flooding, lots beside rail lines, or plots in the shadow of slaughterhouses and factories. Meanwhile, public investment in clean water, paved roads, and other municipal services advantaged majority-white townships.
Under Jim Crow, racial zoning and land use ordinances solidified these disparities, placing pollution-causing industries and dump sites near burgeoning Black neighborhoods. Across town, the advent of residential-only zoning protected white neighborhoods. Critical infrastructure like sewage treatment and trash collection often skipped rural Black areas entirely, deepening health risks and depressing land and housing values.
Growing up, I never lived anywhere near that kind of thing. I just assumed most people didn't either.
The reason you never lived near that kind of thing is the same reason I did. Redlining, zoning policy, and federal permitting decisions built that separation deliberately. 98% of hazardous waste sites are in or near communities of color. Our bodies absorb what your neighborhood never had to.
By the 1930s, as part of the New Deal, federal redlining maps created by the Homeowners Loan Corporation graded Black neighborhoods as hazardous, funneling even more industry into these areas.
Another tactic? In the post-war era, the Housing Act of 1949 and the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 deliberately displaced Black communities in the name of urban renewal. Highways bulldozed through Black neighborhoods and business districts, cutting them in half and transforming them from thriving neighborhoods into pollution corridors.
Even landmark environmental laws like the Clean Air Act of 1963 and the National Environmental Policy Act of 1970, while appearing race-neutral, were proven to disproportionately disadvantage communities of color. The EPA's narrow definition of human environment and the added designation of sacrifice zones contributed to the disproportionate exposure of Black and brown communities to toxic waste, air pollution, and unsafe drinking water.
By the early 1980s, Black communities had had enough. The first protests in Warren County, North Carolina, where Black residents lay down in front of PCB trucks, launched the environmental justice movement. From Dr. Benjamin Chavis, who coined the term environmental racism, to Dr. Robert Bullard, who set out to identify and map neighborhoods, residents, and polluting industries, Black-led organizing turned documented dispossession into federal mandates, state legislation, and corporate accountability.
These wins were hard-fought, yet each legislative victory was met with deregulation, disinvestment, and deliberate neglect. Climate change has only compounded past harms. Formerly redlined Black neighborhoods are now up to 12 degrees hotter, face higher flood risks, and receive less FEMA aid even when damage levels are identical to those faced by majority white neighborhoods. All while clean energy subsidies disproportionately go to wealthier white homeowners.
Disparities in environmental injustice persist. Black families are exposed to 54% more particulate matter pollution than they produce. In Cancer Alley, Louisiana, Black residents are almost 50 times more likely than the average American to develop cancer. And a 2023 environmental toxin study found that current maps documenting lead poisoning cases closely correlate to the redlining maps of the 1930s.
I thought people ended up in polluted neighborhoods by chance. I didn't realize how much policy shaped choice.
It wasn't chance or choice, it was design. You inherited an economic system designed to benefit you. Imagine the opportunities my community might have if we had the same access to clean air, land, and water that your community has.
The 10-to-1 racial wealth gap is not an accident. It is an engineered outcome of generations of discriminatory policies, including environmental regulations.
The movement for reparative justice is about securing economic redress, restoring stolen wealth, correcting laws that suppress Black economic development, and ensuring that future generations have the opportunities our ancestors were denied.